Hi everyone, and welcome back to another print-on-demand t-shirt business video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the differences and my thought process on the two main strategies on how to sell t-shirts online. These two main strategies are using paid advertising and not using any paid advertising at all. Now, although this is going to be a rather quick video, for those of you who are in a hurry, I don't want to waste any of your time. So the long story short here is that using paid advertising to sell t-shirts online is a little bit difficult and comes with its limitations, especially for beginners. So I have a hard time standing behind and recommending using paid ads, especially if you are a beginner. With that being said, I've personally been in print on demand for years now, and I don't classify myself as a beginner anymore. And even to this day, I don't use paid advertising. Rather, I use the other strategy of no paid ads at all. Additionally, by the end of this video, to make sure it's worth your time, I'm going to be answering the biggest question in regards to using a no paid ad strategy. And that question is, how do you scale your t-shirt business without using paid ads? So before we get into this video, if you're new here, my name is Greg, and I like to talk about online entrepreneurship and sharing the resources that I wish I had along my journey. If you look through my channel, you'll find a lot of videos on print on demand and affiliate marketing because those are the two business models that I do. So if you're interested in making money online, feel free to look around the channel and consider subscribing. And lastly, before we get into this video, to those of you who have been showing support on these videos, the likes, the comments, subscribing, and even those of you who have joined the membership on this YouTube channel, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it, and it keeps me motivated to keep making these videos for you guys. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, starting out by comparing the two strategies at a very overview and surface level. Starting with using paid advertising to sell t-shirts online, this strategy revolves around creating generally a low quantity of designs that are about specific topics or niches, and then using the advertising tools on social media platforms. Generally, this is going to be Facebook, Instagram, and Google Ads, and creating advertisements that show that design to people interested in that topic or niche. Now, generally in online business, this strategy does work. However, it comes with its limitations. And I think when you're applying it to print on demand or selling t-shirts online, it's not the best strategy. I'll talk about that a little bit more in this video. Now, coming over to the other side of a strategy with no paid ads, although this is the strategy that I personally use, I promise not to be biased in this video and just give you the facts so you can determine for yourself which strategy is better for you. With that said, the strategy of using no paid ads revolves around creating and uploading a lot of great designs and relying on the traffic that is already going to come to the big print-on-demand sites so you don't have to drive your own traffic. So hopefully now we're on the same page of knowing at a surface level what the differences are. So now let's dive a little bit deeper. So as we look at these two strategies, the biggest difference for you as the print-on-demand seller is how you're spending your time throughout the day. If you're using the strategy of using paid advertising, your time as a print-on-demand seller turns into an ad campaign manager. Your focus starts to move into managing your ad campaigns, managing your budgets, seeing how much money you're spending, what is your return on investment, and ultimately testing and optimizing all of your ads. Now, to me, this doesn't leave any time or focus for you to grow your print-on-demand business by creating more designs. If we come over to the other side, the strategy that I personally use, which is not using any paid advertising, this strategy allows us as the print-on-demand seller to stay focused on creating and uploading more great print-on-demand designs. At the end of the day, if you gave a print-on-demand seller in both of these strategies the same amount of time, the print-on-demand seller that's not using paid advertising will have a lot more designs uploaded and circulating around the internet. So with all of that being said, there are a few more important things to cover throughout this video. When you look at print-on-demand and selling t-shirts online, if you break it down as far as you can and make it as simple as possible, the amount of sales that you're going to get on your t-shirts ultimately comes down to one metric. What this metric is traffic. Now, when I say traffic, what I mean is people on the internet viewing your t-shirt listings. Without traffic or without people viewing your listings, it's going to simply be impossible to get sales. So let's look at these two strategies and how they compare when we're talking about traffic. If we start with the strategy of using paid advertising, the traffic here is going to be generated by yourself. In this strategy, you're creating a low volume of designs and you're relying on paying for advertising to drive your own traffic specifically to your listings. Now, as I mentioned before, the strategy can absolutely work, except you're going to need to have experience with paid advertising in order to get the right audiences to see your shirts and actually get them to make purchases. Unfortunately, the most common outcome for people in print on demand paying for advertising is they get likes, they get comments on their post, but when they go over to their accounts on print on demand, there's not a single sale. Now, when we come over to the other side of not using any paid ads at all, the traffic here that we're relying on is the traffic that comes to the big print-on-demand sites on their own. This is the traffic that their marketing department and their organic SEO, search engine optimization, their rankings in Google is going to be bringing to their marketplace without us lifting a finger. This is the traffic that I like to rely on for a few reasons. The first reason that I like to rely on this traffic is because I don't have to pay for it. This traffic is going to come to their marketplace whether I pay for ads or not. And secondly, the reason that I like relying on this traffic is because there's simply a lot more of it. The top 3 print-on-demand websites that I upload my listings to are Teespring, Redbubble, and Merch by Amazon. The reason I do this is because they get a ton of traffic on their own. To give you real numbers on this, to put it into perspective, Teespring gets roughly 22 million visits to their website per month. Redbubble gets roughly 33 million visits to their website per month. And Amazon, which is Merch by Amazon, gets about 2.5 billion visits to their website every single month. These are real numbers for traffic. If you are paying for your own advertising to get people to view your listings, there's no way that you're going to get near these numbers, the millions or even billions of views every single month. Now, with that being said, these millions and billions of views every single month are going to the marketplace in general. They're not going directly to your listings. So this brings us into the last part of this video. As promised, I'm going to answer how do you scale your t-shirt business without paying for ads. Now, this answer is going to explain very simply how you're going to be able to get your listings in front of more of those millions and billions of people going to the marketplaces every month. So all of this traffic that's going to Teespring, Redbubble, and Merch by Amazon every month is browsing through the marketplace. So the way that you get more of those people who are going to the marketplace anyways to view more of your designs over everyone else's is 2 parts. First is finding niches or topics on the marketplace that do not have a lot of competition. And secondly is creating and uploading more great designs in those topics. Essentially, what this comes down to is those 20 million, 30 million, or 2.5 billion people every month are going to be going to the marketplace and they're searching for all different things. Now, as a print-on-demand t-shirt seller, you can create t-shirts in any topic you want. So it comes down to finding all of the topics that people are searching for that don't have other print-on-demand sellers creating designs in them. By doing this research and finding the non-competitive niches and topics, as opposed to just creating and uploading designs that you think are good, it gives you the advantage of finding that potentially of the 20 million people that are going to Teespring every month, 200,000 of them every single month are searching for a very specific niche that only has 3 other listings up there. If you then go into that niche and create 10, 20, or 30 designs about that niche, all of those 200,000 people that are searching for that every single month are going to see almost entirely your listings. So at this point, it doesn't matter which listing they purchase, it's going to be one of yours. So that's the first part of this equation, and that's finding the topics or niches that are not competitive. And the second part is creating and uploading great designs in them. In the beginning of selling on print on demand and creating t-shirt designs, I was either creating the designs myself or using design apps, but now I use a full-fledged design tool that has t-shirt templates. What this does for me is allows me to create those 10, 20, 30 designs that I want to put in that niche very quickly and with templates that are already designed for me. All I have to do then is go in and customize the words or the graphic to fit that niche that I'm making designs about. As you can see, once you start to get a little bit deeper into this strategy of not using paid ads, you can see how it really does work if you're doing it properly. Now, for those of you looking for more details and tutorials on how the no paid advertising strategy works, I've made a ton of videos on my channel explaining different parts of this process. Specifically, I've made one full print-on-demand tutorial video that explains everything from start to finish. I'll link that on the side, and I'll also put that down in the description if you'd like to see this broken down step by step. So all in all, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you can watch some other ones on the channel and learn a lot more information. If you have any questions at all, just let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video.